Frank, first of all, obviously such a crucial game on Sunday. You only need a point. Is that going to affect how you approach the game?
No, we'll approach the game to win the game. I don't think there's any other way to approach the game of football. So we'll do that. We'll prepare right, respect our opponent. They're obviously a very good opponent. You've seen that all season in the league. So no, we prepare to try and win the game. We're aware of the situation, but we try and win.
Is it more crucial than ever on Sunday that you keep a clean sheet? Obviously, there's been quite a bit of criticism of your defence lately. Is it a question of having to defend as a team more?
I don't think it's ever not crucial. It's impossible to keep clean sheets every game. We know we could have been better this season at that. It's always crucial to try and get clean sheets. And of course, at the weekend, that would mean we'd get the result we want to finish within the top four. So that remains always the same.
And just a final one from me. On the injury front, is N'Golo Kanté, any improvement there? Is he likely to feature?
There's a possibility that he'll feature. He's trained probably for the first time towards a match pace this morning. So it's a decision I'll have to make, talking with him, talking with the medical team to see if he's ready to start.
Okay, next up we'll go to Alistair McGowan, BBC.
Hi, Frank. I was just wondering, just sort of picking up on the defence, obviously you've conceded 54 goals this season. Is that a challenge for a coaching team? You and Jody obviously are very much known as creative attacking players. Is it a challenge for a creative attacking player to sort of mould a team which is more defensive?
I don't believe so. I think if you want to become a top coach, you have to try and be very aware of all parts of the pitch. Some of the greatest coaches will come from different positions on the pitch. It's more how aware you are of how you want your team to be collectively and how you work with them individually. And we have a coaching staff here as a group, which we work very hard all the time to try and be as defensively good as we can be. Of course, there are lots of mitigating circumstances around that. We've conceded too many goals. I'm very aware of it and feel like I know a lot of the reasons why, and we need to keep working to make sure we get that down. When we look at the two domestic games you have ahead of us, and importantly when we look on to next season and onwards.
I go to Moose at TalkSport.
Hi Frank, how are you?
Hi Moose, good, thank you.
You told me last week the goal before the season started was to get Champions League football. So do I infer from that this is the biggest game for you as a manager since last year's playoff?
Yeah, I suppose you do. And Liverpool was also the biggest game because we had a point to get there on that one. And after this one, Arsenal will be, and Bayern Munich will be, and there will be others. But yes, I can't walk away or hide from the fact that the goal was to get in the top four. The goal was also to improve this squad and try and develop and be as good as we can be. And now we have the opportunity for top four. So it's a huge game, no doubt.
Olivier Giroud's been great for you. Obviously, you'll be hoping he continues that on Sunday. People will also say that you take things from all the managers that you worked under. What would you take from Jose Mourinho, from his management of you going into this game? Because I can imagine if it was a Jose Mourinho Chelsea team with you in it all those years ago, needing 1 point, I can kind of envisage the way he would play it. But I think that's different to the way you like to play your football.
Yeah, I think every manager is different. And I say a lot, I always get asked the question of what managers I took things from. And I try to take things from all of them. And the most important thing then is to be yourself. So I'll approach it as I see right in terms of what I say to the players, how we set up on the day. Every situation is different. In the Jose Mourinho era here, we were generally fighting 1 point to win titles, not to come in the top four. And so circumstances are different. I know how strongly I feel about this weekend and how up for it I am. I'll try and convey that to the players. And then the rest is down to them on the pitch. But I have a real sense of that the players understand the position we're in. I've seen that in their last two performances against Manchester United and Liverpool. And I expect more of the same on Sunday.
Vicky Sparks, PLP.
Hi, Frank. Good to see you.
Hi.
It's been another excellent season for Wolves. What have you made of the job that Nuno's done there?
Yeah, he's done an incredible job. The way that they moved out of the Championship, we played them pre-season when I was at Derby last year, and my first viewing of them and the system they play and how well drilled and coached they are and what talent they have in the squad and how talented their manager is. So they've gone on to bigger and better things. They've built up with an idea over a few years. They've added players at the right time. The manager comes across with a really great sense of humility and work ethic and talent. So it's an all-round great story for them, and that's why it'll be such a hard game.
And just last one for me, it's even more impressive for Wolves, given that they've had to balance the Europa League as well. I mean, their first match of this season was over a year ago now, which is remarkable.
Yeah, that's a big workload, and again, credit to how they're managed and their staff, how they work with the players, and they've got a lot of talent. They've got a huge amount of threats, and they've got a real identity to the way they play their football. A bit like Sheffield United have in terms of it's fairly unique, and they have a great way of playing that makes it very difficult. So yeah, it's just a great story. Whatever happens here with the game at the weekend, full respect for the year they've had.
Okay, Nick Callow, last question.
Appreciate, Frank, you don't want to look too far ahead, but is there any advantage to Arsenal that this weekend they can rest and rotate with not much on the line in the last game, and you've got so much on the line in your game on Sunday?
I don't think so. I think there's near on a week until the cup final after that. I would expect that Aston Villa are hoping that, and Bournemouth will be hoping that Arsenal put out, a full strength team or as good as they can be against Watford, and I feel that they will do that. So I don't see any edge in that by the time next Saturday comes around.